Alright friends, here we are back again, getting ready to continue with the Longdark Story Mode, Wintermute. We are in Episode 1, and our progress is Paradise Lost. I believe that's Chapter 4, the final chapter in Episode 1. We are at the location, the outdoors, which is, we're just outside the bridge, just out from Grandmother's house. Let's go. All right. When we last left off, there were two wolves walking in front of us. One had just went to the right, and another one went to the left. And right now, I see neither. So, I don't know where they went. All I did was save the game and quit after the last episode. So they still should be there. I don't hear them. I mean, I can hear those howling way over there. But all I did was saved and quit. They should still be here. Well, I don't trust this. And I don't like that if they, after I saved, they're not here anymore. Isn't that what a save is? It saves the state where you were. There were two wolves right here. One was right in front of me. All right, whatever. I'm going to go back into the credit union for a minute. Now that we have the crowbar, I want to open that locker and see what's in it. I don't recall if there was another locker anywhere except for the gas station.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Nope. Oh. All right. Combat boots. And they're better than the ones we're wearing, so sayonara to those boots. That was definitely worth going back in there and looking. So those birds are from that wolf that we carved up at the end of the last video and threw its pelt on the floor next to the deer skin. Well, let's get over here and give Lily her necklaces back. Okay, see, look, there's the wolf now. We are injured. So, I really don't want to fight with the wolf if we don't have to. Especially two. So, where were they? So there's the other one over there, and then now there's that one. Okay. I told you I wasn't crazy. Let's just get by here as sneakily as we can. Is it sneakily or stealthily? I'm pretty sure it's sneakily. All right, it is getting close to evening. We might stay the night at that trailer just around the corner from the church. There might be a couple more wolves over on this side also. We're doing pretty good on weight. We could pick up some wood. We just might need it. We still need 2 more keys for the security deposit boxes in the credit union. 13 and 20. I have no idea where they are. So we're just going to have to search everywhere. So we're pretty much through with Milton. As far as Grey Mother's story, we still have to get the rope and the maps from Lily's chest out of her room. We have the one cache up there on the hill next to the cave, in the cave next to the radio tower, and then we have this one here, and then the truck that's on the bridge, and the 2 keys, and that's it. Then we can get out of here. Is this new music? I don't remember hearing that the first time I played this. There may be a wolf around this corner. So, Grey Mother's name is Barker, huh? 1969 to 1985. She fell while climbing. Rest in peace, Lilith. Okay. Now let's go over here and get this cache, and then we'll head over that way towards the bridge. Not doing too bad on time. It's about 4 or 5 o'clock.
Here it is. Lamp fuel. Could be useful.
That's a half a refill. So now we have an entire refill. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. There's 2 deer over there and 3 rabbits. Check out what's inside this church. Had we not found that wolf when we walked out of Grandmother's, we would have just went right through there and looked around the farm again. These guys are dying pretty close together. This guy died he was born in 66 and died in 83. Lilith was born in 69 and died in 85. A note to the congregation of St. Christopher's Parish. Dear parishioners, it is with a heavy heart that I inform you of the Archdiocese's decision to withdraw me from St. Christopher's Parish due to lack of activity. Though there have been more than a few of you in recent years, your dedication to the church and support of my efforts here will not be forgotten. Henceforth, services will be available via Skype only. Continue Latin lessons. Also, please accept my apologies. God bless. Father Francis McGill. Ah, I guess he's Irish. All right. I wonder where those other 2 keys are. I think there are 2 trunks that we haven't opened yet. Maybe one of the keys is in this truck on the bridge and the other one could be in that cache up there for all I know. Oh, here's another trunk we haven't opened.
This will come in handy.
A lot of flares. 4 flares, just 1 in there and 3 in here. Okay. I wonder what they're trying to tell us. There is a cave over there. I wonder, it's usually empty, but I don't know about the story mode. What? Is that a body? I don't see anybody floating by. Or, there they are. Where'd they go? They were just right here. Oh. Yeah, we're not going to do that because we're injured and we have to go buy some wolves. We might as well check out this cave over here because we never know. Weather's coming in. It's just getting evening. Might as well expend a little bit of energy so we can sleep through the night. Well, at least we know now. We don't have to wonder if there was anything. There's usually a couple wolves around here. Maybe that's only in survival mode. There might be a key in here.
I think I can use this. This'll keep the lamp burning.
Cargo pants. What have we got on? Well, we only have a little bit of daylight left now. We might just stay the night right here. However, we're not very tired. Well, we could use some cloth. Tear up these pants.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Yep. If I wasn't posting this to YouTube, I wouldn't worry about the dark. I'd just drink some more coffee and keep going. But I want to make sure that you're able to see what I'm seeing. And if you weren't aware, when you upload nighttime videos to YouTube, it makes it dark where you can't see anything most of the time. So let's go ahead. We got plenty of oil. We're not going to need it all, so let's repair this. But first we've got to get some cloth. We probably could have did that without the lamp, as we still had some daylight left. That has more defense. If we're going to be fighting animals on purpose, we probably should be wearing these. I like to wear these because they're a lot lighter. But just for now, we'll use this last piece of leather that we have. We'll hold on to those wool mittens. Our health is slowly going back up. So, now it's dark. Used up half our lantern oil. I don't think we're going to have a very good sun outside, or moon, should I say. Yeah, it's going to be too dark for publish. Well, there's not very many places left that key could be. 2 more trunks, I think, in Milton of locked cars. And, well, we got the cars on the bridge and the 1 cache up there in the cave. I don't know where else that might be. Okay, well, we're not very tired. I don't know what else to do right now to keep us awake. Let's see. Yeah, I really wish that uploading the videos to YouTube could allow you to see in the dark like I can. We don't need this. So after we're at a good weight right now. We could carry 17 more pounds, 16 more pounds. So when we pick up that rope, that's 11 pounds, but then we'll be dropping that right back off. Oh, we still have, we have the skins that we still need to pick up. Oh yeah, the car outside the gas station, we could check out the trunk there. And I think we have enough carry weight left over to where we should be able to carry all that down the rope. If not, we're going to drop a lot of this. Okay, well, let's go to sleep and then see what we can, however long we can sleep. I doubt we're going to make it till morning, but we only have like 5 hours of rest time. Oh, what's that? An aurora? Oh, no. What is it? In story mode, you can sleep as long as you want? Had I known that, I wouldn't have put it for the full 10 hours. Alright. Well. Apparently, it looks like you can sleep as long as you want. Okay. Learn something new every day. There may be a couple wolves up here. That's new, huh? Let's see if that cave is here to go to Hushed River Valley. Wait a minute. When I went to sleep in Grandmother's house on the bed, I put it for 10 hours and it only slept for 2. So why did it sleep for 10 hours that time? Are we able to go through here? Oh. It's just a cave here. Interesting. As I said, this is the second time that I played this story mode. And the first time it was different than this time. When they released episode 3, they made changes to episode 1 and 2. We have to be mindful of the bear that lives on the other side of the bridge. At the end to the left. It's just about 8 o'clock in the morning. So there is a wolf just over there where we walk past those rabbits. It just got one. There's one there. Oh, shoot, there's 2 right there. So there must be 3. Sometimes you can find a body here in story mode. I mean, survival mode. It's a good thing we went around to check out that cave, or we would have ran into those 3 wolves. Those 2 on the road, and then one that got the rabbit. Really whittling down the places those keys can be. Unless they were inside one of the houses on a shelf or something and I looked right past it. I suppose we could have made some herbal tea and had better rest when we went to sleep last night. Listening for the bear.
Now to find that secret stash. Cold is making my head feel thick.
And there was a note about the drunk mail truck driver.
Aha, here it is. Thank goodness. I could use this.
See, they're trying to weigh us down with all that gear, so we have to drop it up by the ranger station. It did mention that that truck driver was
Could end up being useful.
someplace called the Back 40. Those gloves are worth carrying around because even when you don't disassemble them, they weigh just as much as a single piece of leather.
Is it food or...
I'm worried about Will. I think he hit his head pretty hard falling down the side of that hill after the plane crash. He doesn't recognize objects that are clearly food.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
That's 2 pairs of ski boots. Okay, the bear lives right over there, but I don't know if it's in this story mode or not. But is there a truck down there? A mail truck?
Too cold to think.
That's the cave right there. Doesn't look like there's anything outside, like bones or anything.
Excellent. Die if I don't warm up soon.
We're going to go off through there, but we're going to look down here at the end. So there had to be an earthquake other than the ones years ago, because that prison bus had to come through here to get through that cave, or that tunnel that it ran into when it lost power. But there's no mention of a recent earthquake, but that's the only thing that explains it. All right, before we go out, let's go ahead warm up just a minute. Well, we don't really need the fire to do it. We'll just nap for an hour.
This stuff will come in handy.
Lost in the storm. A letter found on a discarded backpack in a cave. I left with the others, but the storm turned bad and I couldn't keep up. Some turned back to see if they could wait it out at the old church. I kept going, but I think I took a wrong turn. I'll backtrack in the morning and see if I can find their trail. The letter is signed Alice.
Lamp fuel could be useful.
I don't think Alice made it for some reason. She left her stuff. This was out, so apparently she was using it. But it seems like it's full though. Still 0.13, half a liter. Is that Alice?
That'll come in handy.
Thanks, Alice. She had matches and wood. Maybe she was just too cold to do anything. A lot of good nooks to shelter from the wind in. Well, all it's got to do now is get that last cache and find those keys. Just that way is where the plane is. Now, when we first came through here, there was a wolf chewing on a deer, and it seems as if the deer corpse is still there. I guess it's not a corpse, it's a carcass. Corpses are human. We could have taken the skin off that other deer also by the church. Didn't even think about that till right now. It's just afternoon, going on 1 o'clock. Yeah, before that rock popped in, it looked like a container. Well, isn't this where the yeah. Well, where is it? Well, it's supposed to be right here. Is it in this pile of rocks? Yeah.
There you are. Is it food or?
All right. Oops. Automatically puts that on. I know that we didn't look in the back room at the Paradise Meadows farm. We had took the note off the refrigerator and turned around and walked out. We didn't check that room. I don't know if they would have 2 security deposit boxes, keys in the same place. I could look it up, I guess, but I don't want to do that. And we already searched this guy because he had the nerve to sit there frozen. Well, we got one more thing. We got to go get the stuff out of here. Pick up the deer skin and the wolf's pelt. Just check a couple more cars. The one right down the hill here, and then another one just up from it. I think they're both together. The car here. Well, where are those keys at? I want 100% this. Maybe they aren't in the game. But there has to be, because there was 33% completed already, so the other 2 keys would have to be there. If we run into a wolf, we should be able to take it on without much issue. I think these are the last 2 cars right here. Oh, we got the ones down the street too. There's a wolf over there walking up the hill just behind that house. And we've already checked those. Well, so let me take a look in here. I don't know where that keys could be. I mean, they're pretty easy to spot when you see them, but like when we took care of that prisoner Hobbs, you see the key inside that box. I don't know. We're almost at capacity right now, so I think we picked up some wood we could drop off that we didn't end up using. There was a wolf walking this way. There it is up there on the hill, it looked like. Well, shucks. Oh, we can see if we caught a rabbit. Doesn't look like it. Let's just move this a minute. While we're looking, maybe we can snare that rabbit, because that's another thing that we have to accomplish. Well, I wish I knew where those keys were. Is that house open? Did we? I don't know if we searched in here. Oh, probably because it's locked up. Well, I don't know where else to look. There's just one more car at the gas station. Well, let's go say goodbye to Grey Mother. Okay, Grey Mother, I see you made us some food again. Thank you. I'm gonna go get Lily's stuff now. I gave her pearls for you.
I found Lily, your daughter. She has her pearls now.
They were the last gift I gave her on her 16th birthday. She wanted to leave Milton, to be free. She had grown up here in the mountains, a climber. She wanted to leave to summit all the tallest peaks on Great Bear. I was afraid to let her go. We fought bitterly. And she left. She died out there in the mountains, in the wilderness.
Losing a child is...
It's like losing your own life. You have a kind heart, Mackenzie. But it's a heavy one. Go. Find your friend. Use Lily's climbing gear and her map, and maybe then her death won't feel so empty.
Thank you. I'll come back for you.
You've done a lot for me, Mackenzie. I won't forget about you.
I'm gonna leave you some more stuff in here. Looks like we used that rest of that can of oil. We should be able to pick up the rest of the skins. If we can't, then we'll just drop some more. Oh, okay. Okay, Grandma. We're heading out now. We got Lily's ropes and her map. As I said, we'll be back for you. And here we are once again at the end of another video. And if you watched it this far, why not give it a like and subscribe? And I'll see you in the next one.